Oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun on the moon now. We have cannon set up. We have a model of the Saturn V rocket, which goes extremely fast, as you'll see here. We have ourselves, I know the lighting's kind of weird on the moon, isn't it? We have ourselves the JATO bus back here, which we'll get flying. Another cannon, and we have this thing set up over there too, which I'm not sure how that's going to go. I haven't tested much of this stuff yet, so it should be a learning experience for everyone. But let's jump into the first thing that I think is going to be relatively reliable. Inside this cannon, by the way, I have one of the Saturn V rockets, and we are going to use that to try to become astronauts and get ourselves to the sun, or that speck that you can probably barely see up there, which is presumably Earth. I'm kind of curious now. I wonder if that's... How big is that actually, and how far away is it? Because I can't see that being an actual Earth. Think about the game. It's got to be an illusion. Oh, what's going on here? So, let's load this thing up inside the cannon. We have to activate moon gravity still. We're still set to Earth gravity from just setup reasons. It's a whole lot easier that way. Switch over to our cannon. Yes, that cannon. Okay, before we forget though, give her the old moon gravity switch. Raise this thing up, and how far do we think this is going to go? If it was with Earth gravity, it would probably be, you know, to the top of this little mound or something like that. But let's see. Can we launch the thing into orbit this way? Now, that being said, this map isn't a globe, but still. And we let's just go. Just launch the thing. Oh, man. Where... We need that vehicle. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, a pretty good distance. Clearly over top of that hill there. We have a wheel of ours floating not too far from us. That's no moon. That's just a wheel off of the rock racer. What happened to the spare tire? It clearly got a little bit smushed at launch there. Coming in for a landing now by the looks of it. Engine's still working, which is only mildly surprising. I mean, the engines in this game tend to be pretty durable from impact. Oh, I say that as I wonder why it's not working. Where'd all of our power go? Oh, there it is. I'm about to land back in the vehicle if we're not careful. Excellent. What is that? Oh, a piece of body panel. Okay. So we made it a pretty good distance. A very respectable distance. There it is. Oh yeah. Alright, what's next? This, I think, is probably going to be anticlimactic. I didn't expect it to take off. Okay. Didn't expect it to blow itself apart immediately. I was going to get it up to speed, and then you could release the cylinder so that it goes driving off in a hurry, but nah. Physics had a different plan with moon gravity. So that... I don't know if that's more exciting or way less exciting than what I was expecting. I can still make it spin. What? It's just hovering. This doesn't make any sense. Can I get closer? Yes. Kinda. I can't stop moving the camera because it's bound to the same as what's happening. Is it going to land on its side? How is that happening? We have created a Beyblade if we attach some weaponry to the outside. Alright. Well, yeah, that was a... Can we spin it like a top now? Or is it just gonna... It looks like a lampshade more than anything. We've made some sort of weird helicopter. What? Okay, that's enough of that. You go ahead and spin all by yourself off in the distance. So, next up, let's go ahead and use the JATO bus. We're going to use this hill and see if we can launch this thing pretty far. I'm really curious to see how this is going to work. We have a limited amount of fuel here, but we'll get it as far as we can. And as fast as we can. I'm gonna cut it off now because the thrust is in the wrong direction. I want to activate it again, but my nose is kind of down low. Can I use the torque to kind of adjust that? Not really. I think I need to use it because I'm going to hit the ground here hard. This is kind of reverse thrust, though. Oh, man. This is going to hurt. Yeah, we're just thrust into the ground now. And we're out of fuel. Maybe I should have just waited for impact and saw what happened after that. Again, engine destroyed. The engine was in the back. It's no longer there with us. Where did the engine go? Hello, engine? Are you in a crater? No? I didn't notice the engine fly out. We didn't make it as far. Well, did we make it as far? I don't think we made it quite as far as the cannon. Well, this is parts from... Is this it? Okay. Well, we made it farther than the cannon then, I would say. Not too bad. Initially, I didn't think so, but we did. So, this thing, we have a plan for that. But first, I need to show you what this Saturn V can do. And for this, I need you to watch the airspeed at the bottom of the screen there. It's just flying, just out of here, literally out of this world. It has so much thrust, it doesn't even make sense. We're gonna max out the speedometer, I think, right? No? Okay, yeah, it just looped back around to 0 again, and we're still accelerating. The map is no longer end render distance, so now we're just in the void. There's the sun up there. Clearly we have no control over which direction this thing faces. I mean, even when I turn the thrust off, it's still just making the terrible, terrible noises that are all the thrusting. Okay, so one more thing I want to try. Two more things, actually, but where are you? Okay, the Saturn rocket is in there. It's kind of repositioned itself on its own. That's not how I left it. My idea wasn't to use the cannon to throw it. My idea was to use the cannon as sort of a makeshift, I can't see anything, makeshift launch pad, launch it towards the sun. But given the trajectory of the last one and how it kind of went that way for a while and then wherever it felt like, makes me question that. And the fact that this thing's kind of laying on its side as well, it might just detonate here as soon as I hit the button. But let's find out. So far, it's going in a straight line. It seems like it made it out intact, which is kind of surprising. Okay, now things are getting crazy. I think I've turned the thrust. Yeah, thrust is off. I'm trying to look around now. I know it's completely disorienting for you guys. I was trying to look around and see if I could see that Earth anywhere, but it doesn't appear to be the case. I can't even choose what direction the camera is going to face anymore. It's just random. I can't force it. What if I add more thrust? I can't believe this thing doesn't just explode or crash the game. Like, look at it. How many rockets do you see right now? This is a vision test. How many rockets are there? I can't even tell you what it looks like there is. That's just ridiculous. And crash. Oh. Okay. Anyway, we have one more thing I want to try. And I have no idea if this is going to work. This might be a complete waste of time. I wanted to try to put one of those rockets in the back of one of these trucks and see if it would push the truck at a super crazy speed. Or, you know, I think it's more likely to happen, though, this to be completely anticlimactic and the rocket to either just detonate in the back of the truck one way or another or pierce through it, whether that be just by breaking the material that the truck is made out of or just, I don't know, physics damaging. So I would have done this earlier, but for some reason the game didn't like me spawning things together, or these rockets are weird. Let's just leave it at that. So I'm going to do this, and I'll get right back to you. I have absolutely zero confidence in this, by the way. Just saying. This thing isn't even in there very well. I was hoping to get the tip of the rocket kind of wedged up between the wheels there, but that's proven to be a little bit more difficult than you would think. So I'm going to just tap the rocket on for a fraction of a second and see what happens. I think we'll know how this is going to go just by me tapping this button as quick as I can, on and off. Okay. Honestly, went way better than I expected. Let's go ahead. I wish I didn't have all these objects around now. Start this thing up. Should I just switch it over to manual transmission and put it in neutral? That might be best. And then I can switch to the rocket and give her. Okay, that's not the direction I intended. The rocket is on. I know you can't hear it for some reason, but it's on. It's going. We have sort of liftoff. Definitely adding a lot of weight to it, hampering its acceleration. I can't believe the rocket is actually staying in the back of this thing, too. That's pretty incredible. I didn't even couple it with, like, node couple it in, whatever you call that, or anything like that. It's just sitting there wedged between the tires, and it's still generally pointing the correct direction, launching this truck right into orbit. That's actually kind of neat, not gonna lie. It's behaving better now than it was on its own. But you know what? I think when we launched it out of the cannon earlier, it also kept a better trajectory that way than it did when we launched it. Oh, now it's going back down. Then when we launched it off the ground. Maybe launching it off the ground was damaging it, or maybe it was just that certain speed we didn't let it hit. Oh, that rocket is barely hanging on in there now. I think we're going to lose it here any second, and it's probably just going to be gone as soon as it falls out. It's probably just going to zip away so fast, we won't even see what direction it goes. Unless it's out of fuel. I can't really tell that. It might be. Yeah, I think it's possibly out of fuel or damaged in some way. You can see our truck flying away in the distance. That's hard to see. The lighting is so weird on this map. Which, I mean, I guess makes sense. You're on the moon, but... There, now it's finding its proper... Well, maybe not. Is it going to fall nose first? Is it going to go the direction of least resistance here? Is our truck... I can just see a pixel illuminated off of the distance by my mouse there once in a while. Is it going to land off the map? I kind of want to see where these things are going to land. Alright, we're about to impact the ground at what looks like 300 kilometers an hour, and the rocket's fine. It's... What is this thing made out of? Basically indestructible. Now, assuming that that speedometer was correct, which I think, that was definitely a sizable impact. But the rocket is apparently indestructible. Although, does it look kind of wonky? I'm kind of wondering if the thing looks a little bit wonky. But, I mean... We'll go with indestructible. Now, where is... Oh. Yeah, it makes sense. A little bit flattened. Engine still works. No wheels do, though. Steering is just fine. I mean, it's lacking some wheels, but... it's fine. That's kind of neat. Not gonna lie. There's some wheels right there. Just grab those. Throw them on. I'm sure they work. No problem. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This has been a physics-defying drive shaft of excitement. and confusion. Still don't really understand what was happening with this thing. But whatever. But thanks for watching, guys. It looks like a lampshade. Just spinning around for no reason. I'll see you next time.